Perhaps the most difficult concept to convey via video is what it's like to actually be homeless. You have nowhere to go, nowhere to rest your head or find a meal or just feel safe for an evening. We're now downtown in Saginaw, where for over 100 years, the City Rescue Mission has been providing safe shelter to men, women, and children in need. And I'd like to take you inside for a little walkthrough in the life of a man with nowhere else to go. After coming into the mission, a man will go to the front desk to sign up for a bed. Since the demand for beds is about 30% higher this year than it was last, those beds are definitely at a premium. He may be going to dinner and then to chapel, but eventually every man will end up right here in the shower area. As you can tell, it's kind of small and cramped with 3 functioning shower heads right now, and the mission's desire to have every man shower and be clean before heading to bed will be greatly enhanced once this part of the men's care facility is renovated. After the shower, and by the way, you really didn't think I was going to have the camera continue rolling, did you? You just ate. Every man after showering is given a clean pair of pajamas. Sometimes they fit a little better than others. And every worldly possession that that man has brought to the mission with him goes into a locker. Now stop and think about this for just a moment. What if the only items you were able to keep, you had to be able to carry and fit into a locker? Kind of helps you reprioritize what you have. In this case, I would put my clothing in there, shut the locker door, and then hope that tomorrow morning all of my things were still in there. I didn't come with much. I'd hate to lose any of it. And from here, we move across the hall to a bed. I've come into the mission, signed up for a bed, went to dinner and then chapel service, and then came upstairs for the shower. I was given a pair of pajamas that I don't believe were custom fit for me. And then I come across the hall here into the men's dorm, probably an area that most of you picture when you think of the rescue mission. For the duration of my stay, I'll be in bed number 6. That's 1 bed out of 20 in this room, and it's not nearly enough beds. In fact, there's an overflow area with mattresses on the floor right next door. This part of the mission needs renovation and expansion. The windows all have to be replaced, and some bunk beds need to be added into this dorm so that the men who come here can all have a place to lay their heads, a safe shelter on the mean streets of Saginaw. The amazing part about your role in all of this is that even though you may never meet these men, you have a unique opportunity to forever impact their lives. That's what we're doing here. I'll never be able to convey to you the smells and the sounds of sleeping in a room with 19 other guys that you don't know and aren't all that glad to be here. But this is where ministry starts, meeting the physical needs of those hurting, so that later on down the road, their hearts will be opened to the true answer to their problems.
You just don't have any place else to turn, you know, and you've already been with friends, you've been with relatives, and I've been with my church, you know, with the members like that, and I didn't want to impose on anybody anymore, and I felt relaxed enough to come here, you know, and it's been great.
So it's a blessing for me to be here, because even my own family and friends in Flint was like bad environment. You know, they do a lot of things. They're here. I know the rules and regulations. They's hard on them about doing right. You know, they make you get that spiritual food, go to chapel, you know, in the morning and stuff. And Sunday they want you to get out and do something or look for work or something. So it's great for me.
Certainly every man that is here for a reason. They don't have a place that they can go and call home and lay down and get a good night's sleep, and so they're here. And they're trying to get their life back on track, and I think giving a man a good night's sleep is definitely something that they need, so that the next day they can go out and do the things they need to do to try to get some things back on track in their life.